When you joined the Awesome Foursome, some legendary names, and I know that you had watched these men from a young age come through. You know, some of those names like Mike Mackay, Green, who have I missed there? Tompkins as well.
Tompkins, yeah.
You're like legends. So who's laughing now, school guys on the side of the border? did you have that moment, or was it just surreal that, hey, I'm here with my childhood heroes and I'm now actually, rowing for Australia?
Oh, incredibly surreal. I think the one for me was James coached me at school in 1992, so my final year in year 12. And that year when I made the crew, and it was this thing that stuck in my mind was having guys like that around the boat shed before they won their Olympic gold, right? They were already successful rowers. But you had James coaching the first crew. I think Andrew Cooper might have been helping out with the second crew or the fifth crew, one of those sort of things. Nick Green was coaching at one of the girls' schools, Lauriston at the time. So on the water, you'd see these guys come together in speedboats. And as a young kid, I didn't know the full history, but I became very attuned to what was going on. And we got to watch the four in Barcelona, local rowing club, Mercantile Rowing Club that I joined. And three of the members of the four were members of that club as well. To see them have success after meeting and engaging with them and realising, and this is the thing that probably broke down the barrier, was I'd always aspired to, sport. I loved AFL, loved cricket, loved all these sports, as a kid coming through. Wasn't necessarily adept or doing them all, but all of a sudden I found this sport in rowing, and then I got to meet guys who were my heroes and realised that they were just normal people. And particularly for James, one of the things I used to always talk about was process equaling outcome. And so not only did you associate that they seemed like normal people, yes, talented athletes performing exceptionally well on the stage, but it broke down the barrier. And then 4 years later, to get a chance to row with James, Nick and Mike in particular in the four in Atlanta was just extraordinary. So very much pinching myself sitting on the start line in Atlanta. Very much nervous about that as well, not wanting to stuff up being a young member of the crew. I think I was 10 years there junior, and the selectors actually made a joke that particular year, I think it was from memory in Sydney, which was... we're excited to welcome you into the crew, Drew. You're going to get a chance to row with the Awesome Foursome, and we think it's great that you're going to bring the average age of the crew down significantly. So there's a good vote of confidence there, right? But yeah, surreal in terms of just being with your heroes and having it so soon after the experience of being and watching them as a school kid.